Good evening.
Good evening, Sunita. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing absolutely fine. Thank you for asking. So, this is our very first session, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, so we need to do our typical round of introductions.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. So, I would love to know about you, Sunita.
hmm My name you already know, and I come from a beautiful village in Chamoli, Uttarakhand. I am a mother to two wonderful kids, and I run a YouTube channel named Sunita's English Adventure, wherein I interact with people because this is my hobby to interact with people and those who are unknown to me because it really makes me confident and teaching is my another hobby, so for that I teach beginner students like who are beginner in spoken English, so I teach them. So this
Oh,
is about me in a nutshell.
wow, that's quite interesting. So, you are a teacher yourself, you run a YouTube channel, you have two kids, you have your hands full, I must say.
Right.
Right, so how do you manage, how do you balance everything?
hmm So it's just that I signed up to too many things at once, and I never knew like how I'm going to manage all these things. But it is going with the flow. Some days are not good, some days are good, some days are bad, but it's just going with the flow. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel that we need to take that first step, and gradually someone helps us. Like God helps us, I could say.
Okay, so God helps
In
those who
managing.
help themselves. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I heard of this also.
Yeah,
So I just took this step, like doing many things at once, and I'm just doing it.
great, very
Hmm.
nice.
Hmm.
That's really nice. Okay, so should I introduce myself as well, or you
Yes,
might
sure.
have
I
seen
would
up
love to.
my profile?
Although I've seen your profile, but then also a little bit
Yeah,
about you.
sure. Okay, so let's do the honors. Right.
hmm
So my name is Lamika, and I am a certified soft skills trainer, a communication coach, and also a spoken English tutor. I'm a freelancer. I have been into the training space since February 2022, and I'm enjoying it since it's been almost 3 years now. And prior to being a trainer, I was in the corporate sector, served in the media industry for more than 15 plus years. I had a great time, but consciously moved to training since that was my passion, and I think I found my calling in training. So
hmm
here I am, and I am based out of Mumbai, the city of dreams. Have lived here all my life, and it's definitely one of my favorite places in the country. And I love traveling. I love exploring new places. Unfortunately, haven't visited Uttarakhand yet. I had made plans, but for some reason, it didn't work out. So
hmm
maybe the next on my bucket list is definitely Uttarakhand,
Right.
right?
Right. We have a long life ahead, so maybe sometime you could visit us. Right.
Yes, crossed. Yes, I was.
And you have.
I around 5 to 6 years ago, I had signed up for the Valley of Flowers trek,
hmm
but due to weather conditions and
hmm
unforeseen circumstances, I couldn't go on to that trip.
hmm
Yeah,
Yes.
but
You have to be little cautious for weather conditions while traveling in hilly areas.
right, right, right.
Mm.
So that's it. So yeah, that's a bit about myself.
A
Great.
little bit more I want to know. Like you have a beautiful name, Lamika. What does it
Okay.
mean?
Thank you so much, Sunita. It honestly, my parents didn't think of it from a meaning perspective. It's a combination of my mother and father's names put together.
hmm
That's how they conceived it. But later on, like you have been asking me about the meaning, a lot of other people, even some of my students and trainees, they have been asking me. So one of them came, they actually did a search and kind of figured it out that it means goddess. So
Very
I
nice.
yeah, yeah, it's a different
Mm.
name. So
Mm.
yeah,
Different name, and plus it has a beautiful meaning too.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. So how about Diwali? Because Diwali is around the corner. Today is
Mhm.
Dhanteras. Do you celebrate it in a big way? How do you
Mhm.
celebrate it? Is it different in any way? If you would like to talk about that, I would
Mhm.
love to know.
Yeah, sure. I would love to talk about it. I would say after having kids, it is totally different. The vibe is totally different
Mm-hmm.
because earlier we were with my parents, and that time we need not to think about anything. Like we got new dresses, we got everything, in front of us, and we just had to enjoy. But after marriage and after having kids, the situation is totally different for me because we have to do all the house chores. We have to
Hmm.
make our house spick and span spotless, and then do all the festivities, and then take care of kids, take care of their moods, and what do they like and what they don't like. Take them out for shopping for this firecrackers and everything. So we have to do a lot of things.
Hmm.
And today is Dhanteras, so we're going to go market in the evening itself. This evening we'll go, and my kid will go along with me. So he has a lot of things in his list that he want to buy from the market. So
Okay.
yes, and then Diwali and every other festival is all about kids only, because you know that after having kids, our world revolves around them only. Every
Hmm.
decision, every happiness, every sadness, all revolves around them. So it's
Absolutely.
just about them. I hope they'll enjoy their best, and if they'll enjoy, we'll be happier.
Yeah.
Just that.
That's so true that once we grow up and we have our family, everything revolves around the kids. We put them as a top priority, and everything else comes later, right?
Right.
So, are you into making of sweets? Do you enjoy making sweets for Diwali, or is it more like you would
Mhm.
rather buy so that it saves time?
Actually, I love making sweets at home because
Mhm.
we know that outside in the market, everything is adulterated and we never know what we are going to feed our kids. So
Hmm.
I prefer making it at home. But I had this incident few days before. I made this gulab jamun, a
Mm-hmm.
full deck of gulab jamun, and then later in the evening I thought, let me just taste it, how had it turned out. And when I just opened that lid, I saw that there were a pair of socks soaked in gulab jamun syrup.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
really shocking, and that was done by my younger one.
Okay. How
So
old is
all
he?
he's 3 years old.
Okay. Oh, so sweet. So you had socks soaked in sugar syrup.
Right. And I was totally shocked and amused at the same time because I
Yeah.
never thought of this, that he could do this kind of thing also.
Yeah.
Like he's this naughty. I never thought this. So he made a memory to us, and we can cherish this memory forever. But yes,
Absolutely.
now at this time of Diwali, I'm thinking whether I should make sweets again or not, and we have to protect that with Z plus security then, whatever I'll make. Because
Oh
it
my
takes a
goodness.
lot of hard work to make something at home.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yes. So, are there any special variety of sweets which are very, specific to your region, Uttarakhand, Chamoli?
Yes, there is a very famous sweet called bal mithai.
Yes.
Although
I've
it is
heard
very
of it.
difficult to make it at home,
Okay.
so I always prefer making gulab jamun because I think that is the easiest one to make.
So, do you make gulab jamuns right from scratch, or do you buy there's this instant gulab jamun mix which you
Uh,
get in the market? So, how
right.
do you do it? You start make it right from
Mm.
scratch?
No, no, not right from scratch. We just buy the what do we
The
call it?
ready mix, the instant
Ready,
mix.
instant mix. Yes.
Okay, okay. That
Mm.
saves on time, right? You
Mm.
all, I mean that works out well because you have the satisfaction of cooking it at home. At the
Mm.
same time, you have not invested or spent
A
too
lot.
much
Mm.
time over it making it.
Right, right.
That's really convenient, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
But if I would have time, like I'm busy with my kids and household, that is why I don't get much time. But if I would have some time, then I would have experienced with a lot many things.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Because during COVID, I have this experiment a lot on dishes and sweets, cakes, and everything.
Hmm. Okay, great.
Mm.
So how do you now plan your days around? your work, household chores, kids, YouTube, because I'm sure YouTube takes up a lot of time. That definitely is a very time consuming task at hand, because uploading videos, editing, putting up the what is it called, thumbnails, it does take a lot of time, right? So when do you do the YouTube part of
Mhm.
your work? Because throughout the day, I guess you
Mhm.
must be tied up with a lot of chores and activities and kids.
Right. It is the tough thing, but I don't plan as such. I plan a little bit, like I'll do this tomorrow, but then I just go with the flow,
Right.
right? And you can see right
Yes,
behind
I
me.
can see somebody sneaking in
Speak
there
of the
in the
devil.
background. Yes, though he's in his own world as of now.
Uh, but
Uh,
he's just peeking in from
yes,
behind.
he's trying to, from the corner of his eyes, he's trying to look at what
Mm.
exactly is happening there. Okay.
So that's the thing. So any time while having my YouTube conversation, they come in between, they sometimes interrupt. So if that conversation go really well, then I upload it on YouTube, and I don't take much time in editing and thumbnail. I just keep it simple,
Okay,
and I think the channel is really going very well. So
great.
I'm not really concerned about thumbnails and editing. It is less time taking in case of conversational videos because we need
Okay.
not to edit much.
Right. So, do
Hmm.
you also upload other content related to grammar or anything else related to the English language, or is it mostly conversational videos?
Yeah, sometimes I upload informative videos too,
Okay.
but whenever I get some time.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it's not mandatory or I've not decided in any for any days and all.
Hmm.
Whenever I just get time, I
Okay.
upload.
And you also have your own classes, you said, right?
Huh.
You
I have
conduct.
classes. Yeah.
So, is that online or is it offline?
Online only. That
Okay.
too I take as per my convenience.
Okay. All right.
Because again, kids and household is the top priority.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that I am doing out of my hobby, out of my passion. So
Mm-hmm.
as per my convenience, I do take
Okay.
up classes. Like,
Okay, so I have a question for you, Sunita, that you are on both sides of the, you are taking up sessions here as a learner, and you also do sessions or conduct sessions as a tutor, right? So, how is it? Could you tell me about both the roles? What are your
mhm,
learnings? What are your observations as
mhm.
in both the roles?
So I decided to take up this online classes for beginners because I want to improve on my skills. I want to elevate to better level of speaking. So that is why I started teaching others, and I'm getting a lot of benefit out of it because
Mm-hmm.
you keep on revising your concept, you keep on revising vocabulary that you're learning day by day and all that. But at the same time, it is very important to level up, right? To level up on your vocabulary and to be at that advanced level. So for
Right.
that, I subscribed to EnglishYaari so that I could talk to experts and trainer and have conversation with someone who is better than me, and I
Mm.
get to learn something out of it. So like learning is a continuous process. So I'm just
Absolutely.
into it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
uh,
See, it's only, see, there's never perfection.
mhm,
Progress is what you should be chasing, not perfection. I completely go by that, saying that never chase perfection, because that's a
mhm,
myth. Progress is
mhm,
a reality. That's what, you have to look
mhm,
at. And that too, where you were yesterday compared to, always compare with yourself rather than comparing with somebody
mhm,
else. Always compare where you were yesterday and where are you today, and I'm sure you'll see that you have been making progress, even
mhm,
though it may not be a very drastic dramatic progress, but I'm sure every day we are learning something new, and there is little
mhm.
bit of progress every day which we make. But
Right.
having said that, consistency, regularity, learning every day, that is how
Mhm.
life is. So yeah.
Even I'm on the same page as you in terms of perfection because the other day I saw a video of one of the TED speakers
Mhm.
and she was on a grand stage, but then also she was making some grammar mistakes. So that day I thought if she can make mistakes at standing at such a grand
Yeah,
stage, and
yeah,
then why are we so conscious of making mistake? Why are we so fearful? So that also made me a little bit confident
yeah,
because perfection
absolutely.
is really not required.
Of course, perfection is a myth that is just not achievable. See, the goalpost keeps shifting. today we'll say, okay, I want to conquer grammar and I want to be the best and I don't want to make any grammatical mistakes. The goalpost will shift tomorrow to, I want to incorporate idioms and phrasal expressions in my conversations. Day after it will be something else. So it's
Hmm.
okay, it's a ongoing process. And everybody makes mistakes, even the best of speakers, they make mistakes. But
Hmm.
that doesn't mean you hold yourself back and not learn and not go after progress. So people, there are a lot of learners who have a lot of inhibitions, that they are aware that they lack in certain areas of the language. They are aware of it, but they are so conscious about it that even when they are speaking in the sessions, they are so conscious that, have I made a mistake, am I making a mistake? And I tell them, just relax, it's okay. You're so focused on whether I'm making a mistake that it's holding you back from even expressing, even
Hmm.
articulating. So just forget about it, just speak and just go with the flow and make mistakes. It's okay. Unless you don't make mistakes, how will you learn where you have to improve, right?
Right. Even I have seen in myself, whenever I become conscious of speaking my thoughts and everything, like expressing my thoughts, I definitely make some mistake. But when I don't think of it, when
Yeah.
I'm really just talking, just expressing my thoughts, then I make less mistakes.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Because you're very conscious. Am I going to make a mistake? So you don't even, speak whatever you know. Even that
Hmm.
you forget sometimes, and you start, kind of hesitate and stumble with words and trying to. Yeah, that's